My name is Tamara Alves. I'm a visual artist from Portugal, Lisbon.
And we're in Nuart, Aberdeen, and behind you is your latest mural. So can you tell me something about what it is that you've created here?
So I got inspired in a Virginia Woolf quote that I wrote in a piece that is called "Every flower," that it goes like this: every flower seems to burn by itself. Also the theme of the festival, rewilding, it has a lot to do with what I'm working with as well. So I'm just trying to relate humans and nature in a way that I feel man these days separates himself from the ecosystem. It decides where nature grows, where gardens are. It's like everything has a control of it. But I want to challenge that and make a relationship between human and nature, and by writing animal on the character's face, I'm also emphasizing that relationship between humans and animals and our world's nature, the respect for it, and also primal instincts and strong emotions.
Should we get a bit closer to it?
Sure.
Let's have a look. So, you know what you're saying here. So it's quite a big mural, and I can see the animal just written just below the eye, and then that phrase you said at the beginning, every flower seems to burn by itself, just written at the bottom. But another thing that I'm noticing about this work is that it's sort of unfinished in some way. There's sort of white bits that are coming out, so maybe that leaves something to the imagination. Perhaps what's the thinking behind that?
Yeah, also I want to leave. I don't want to tell the entire story. I want people to create their own story of what they relate, or they can relate, or what they feel about this piece. But it's also like she's camouflaged not only by the nature, but nature and her. They're being camouflaged by the concrete of the wall as well. Just left these open spaces. So it's like, a bit unsettling with the theme.
It's like she's blending into the background possibly as well. So it's like she's, I don't know, in some way peering out of the nature, perhaps.
Or maybe it's like how we impose our concrete in our buildings and our structures into this beautiful world. That's I think nature will prevail.
I've noticed, because I've followed your work for some time, and in Portugal, in Lisbon, I've seen your work, and it's always been, well, not always, but I've seen your work on like abandoned buildings and sort of decaying sort of walls. Is there something about that urban setting which has been given up by humans, really, that you put your art there, and then that in turn helps rewild that area?
Yeah, I think it is beautiful, and art doesn't need to be clean and like a white canvas and you put something on it. It can be part of that decay. It can grow from it, and some kind of rewilding it as well.
So is that, when you were thinking about the topic of this year's Nuart rewilding, what led you to, what's the thought process to lead you to doing the piece that you've done just now?
Well, I've been doing a lot of paste-up on ruins, on decayed and abandoned places. So because when you go to a festival, you don't always get that. You get, and it's good to have a big wall, but I also want to transmit a little bit of that romantic, the decay. I like when artworks remain for a long time, just because I want to see them change with time. So yeah, that's why probably I just did a little bit of that already here.
And what do you hope, the Aberdonian public, the people that are going to be enjoying this work in the housing estates around us, what do you hope that they personally would take away when seeing what you've done?
Well, I would love for them to feel something, even if it's just like a spark in their heart, because when I think about what art does to me, it's just like an intense feeling. If it's something, if I can just put that feeling for 1 second inside someone, I think that's made my day.